Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show so bad that even Lexi Bell would not do an interview with us, even if we asked her to. That is right. It is episode 2 of Glory Holes and Beer with Ocho and Goobz.
We're glory holes, and we drink beer, and we drink beer. We're glory holes, and we drink beer, and we drink beer.
So, let's give Goobz a call and see what's up.
Hello.
Mr. Goobz, how are you?
Hello?
Hello? Are you there? Alright, so apparently the phone isn't working. Let's try this again. Give us one sec. And we're back! We finally got a connection that works with Goobz for episode 2 of Glory Holes and Beer. And right off the top, you and I were talking about how much technology sucks dick.
Yeah, technology does suck a bunch of dicks. Truckloads.
You know what else sucks dicks? Porn stars, because they're paid to.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're professionals at what they do, and their job is sucking.
But hopefully they don't suck at their jobs.
Well, technically you want them to.
Well, you want them to suck, but you don't want them to suck at it.
I guess that's the case.
You don't want some bad sucking.
Speaking of bad sucking, this show's just starting off great.
Don't worry, you missed the intro, but I already said that the show is going to be bad, so I was bang on the money for that one.
Yeah, it's definitely going down that road.
Well, seeing as how we're already down that road, have you heard about Hooker Harvey's being saved here in Toronto?
Hooker Harvey's?
Yes, I know you're unfamiliar with Hooker Harvey's.
Yes, I very much am.
Being from, where is it, Pickering?
Whippy,
whatever, same thing. The 905 area code. You guys don't know about the Hooker Harveys, but
no, we do not.
So
why don't you elaborate?
So there's this Harvey's restaurant here in Toronto. I can't remember exactly where it is. I'm looking it up right now, but it's been around forever, and since the 60s, it's been notorious hangout for hookers. And so
really?
It's the term's been coined, Hooker Harvey's. It's down around,
I want to read their Yelp reviews.
I should read the Yelp reviews. I'll get to that in a minute. But it's on Jarvis and Gerrard Street East. So they had been proposing to tear it down and build condos. And apparently there was a big fuss because people basically see it as a landmark. So there was a big fight to prevent condos from being built there and to keep Hooker Harvey's there.
Dude, this is straight out of the fucking Simpsons, man, when they had the fucking, the burlesque club that Bart was working at.
I remember that one. And then Grandpa Simpson comes in, sees Bart, and walks right back at him.
Yeah. That's Toronto's Hooker Harvey, or the Simpsons Hooker Harvey's right there.
Pretty much. So the city wanted to develop condos there. And I guess the public had fought to prevent that from happening because they didn't want Hooker Harvey's to be torn down. So
that's pretty fucking funny, man.
So they're fighting to prevent Hooker Harvey's. They're seeking an injunction to prevent people from tearing down the Hooker Harvey's. One tweet reads, "First Honest Eds is being taken down, now this." Because people apparently love Hooker Harvey's as much as they love Honest Eds.
Yeah, I know Honest Eds. Like, I know of that place. And,
everyone.
Yeah, I've never heard of Hooker Harvey's in my life, man. That's fucking news to me. I used to be down in Toronto all the time, too.
See, there you go. Next time you're here for Superkick, get here a little early. Go down to Jarvis and Gerrard, and you can visit Hooker Harvey's before obviously, you're married, so don't visit it, but you can drive
No,
by.
I won't partake, but I'll take a picture outside of it.
Oh my god, you should. You might be the last person to get a picture of Hooker Harvey's.
With hookers, I'll pay them just to take pictures. They start, like, trying to, like, undo my pants. Like, yo, fuck off. No, I just want a picture. Well, you paid me. I got to fucking... My union says I got to suck your dick now. Like, no, I don't want your union fucking dues.
Do hookers have unions? I don't think... I know they've been fighting...
It's called a pimp that will kick the shit out of you.
That's not really a union, though. That's just like a boss.
Yeah, a union boss.
A different kind of union, I suppose.
A union between a man and or a pimp and his woman, or pimp and his bitch.
And then once you get the Johns, then it is a union between the man and the woman, but... Oh my goodness.
This episode is just about making ourselves pop, and not in that sense. Like a wrestling sense, like...
Well, we are called Glory Holes and Beers, so I figure we don't always have to talk about wrestling on it.
No, it's just... The reference I was saying was just, like, popping.
Oh, no, I get the reference. I'm just putting it out there, because I know on our first episode we talked nothing but wrestling, so I figured, this is our show. It's not wrestling themed, so we can talk about Hooker Harveys and things of that lot.
Yeah, and fears of birds.
Yes, you were saying off air before I started recording, you have a fear of birds. How did that come about?
Oh, dude, no, all my life. They hate me. Like, it's just like a demon possessed. Every time, like, a bird's pissed off, it comes for fucking me. It never fails in my life. One instance of this, I was driving to work on a bicycle one day, like a pedal bike, and there's always fucking Canadian geese. They're the fucking worst. I hate them. I know that they're a national fucking bird,
Those
but fuck
fuckers
them.
are vicious assholes. I hate them.
Oh, they're cocksuckers, man. They're devil spawn. And I'm biking down this one street there, Bailey and Ajax, and they're lining either side of the sidewalk. Probably 15 of these fuckers. They roll deep, man. This geese gang was just rolling hard that day. I start pedaling through, and I'm like, you know what? I can either go slow, or I can be reckless and just go fast and just fucking see what happens, man. Just see what happens. So I fucking kick that shit in fucking 12th gear, start pedaling like a motherfucker out of hell. Going straight through at these geese, and they were on either side until I fucking hit the area. They start going nuts. Everything's going fucking flying everywhere. There's feathers flying. I'm fucking getting really concerned right now. Next thing you know, my bike comes to a jolt. And, yeah, and then fucking, there's bird feathers everywhere. I'm not to say, because I know it's illegal if you hit a bird on a bicycle, but you can come to conclusions. And yeah, it was a fucking mess. I got lit the fuck up by birds that day. And yeah, people driving to work and another place I used to work at are texting me, "Did you just get attacked by a flock of fucking birds?" Yep, had feathers all over my bike, all over me. It was one of the worst days.
I'm sorry to hear that. I remember one time my buddy and I were down at Ontario Place. This was probably about 10 years ago, back when we were still in like our late teens, early 20s. And we were walking along Ontario Place, and I swear to God, 3 different times throughout the day, we had seagulls almost fly right into our fucking heads.
They're dicks. They know what they're doing, man.
Oh,
they're
they
just
were
trying
like
to
fucking
get you
dive
going.
bombing, because they were like way up in the air, and then as soon as they saw us, they would like start fucking dive bombing, and we would duck just before they hit us in the goddamn head.
Maybe they thought you were a fucking cheeseburger or something, man. I got one about peacocks, too.
Oh, God, let's hear this.
Okay, so this is like way back when, like, teenager just getting out of high school, went down to Warped Tour down in Barrie when that still happened. And no, it wasn't Warped Tour, it was Edgefest. Nope. Wait, no, it was Warped Tour. I went to both of them all the time religiously. But yeah, no, it was Warped Tour, and we went down with a whole bunch of friends. And my friend, she had an uncle that lived close by who had a farm. I did not know what kind of farm we were going to. So we get back from the concert, we're all partying, doing whatever. And someone's like, "Oh, hey, let's go do some illegal things out there." I'm like, "Okay, let's go for it." And then I got tricked and put into a pen with probably 50 fucking peacocks in it. And I woke them up. Have you ever seen 50 fucking angry peacocks, man? They flipped the light on, and then, like, I was just in the middle of this room with all these fucking peacocks. It was, like, the absolute worst. They're fucking, have their feathers going, shaking all around. The most intimidating. They're a small animal, but when they have those fucking fans out, man, it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I can't kick them because they're a majestic fucking animal. Can't just go around kicking peacocks and shit. And the fuckers locked me in there for 15 minutes with all these angry fucking peacocks. I made it out alive, though.
I don't know. I don't know how you managed to make it out alive, but the important thing is that you did.
Fucking peacocks, man. Like, you can't just start swinging off on them. I'd love to give a fucking peacock an RKO, trust me. They have the perfect neck for it.
Well, maybe when the Peacock Dalton Castle is in Toronto next, you can try giving him an RKO.
No, he'll kick my ass. He'll have his boys attack me.
Another peacock that will kick your ass.
Yeah, well, at least that's a human.
So you're saying you might have a fighting chance just because it's a human?
Oh, just one lucky shot. That's all it takes, man.
That is all.
I'll be throwing pillows, though. I'll be throwing pillows, that's for sure.
Soft fists?
Yeah, probably. I haven't thrown a punch in fucking years. I don't even know if I can still do it. I know I can't throw a baseball to save my life.
That I can throw. Not well, but decent enough. I haven't thrown punches.
Oh, they call me Girl Arm.
I'm sure they called you lots of...
Fucker.
That's alright, I got called lots of things too.
Like, cool. By your mom.
No.
My mom says I'm cool.
No, I didn't even get love from her.
Oh, jeez. Why don't you come sit on my couch and let's talk about it?
Are you gonna charge me?
Yeah, with cheeseburgers. Double cheeseburgers.
As long as I can have some, I'll bring them.
No, it's part of your therapy. You're gonna watch me eat and just hold your anger in.
They all just go to you.
Yeah, Cheeseburger King.
Maybe you can make that your restaurant. If Hooker Harvey shuts down, you can open Cheeseburger King.
I'll probably get sued over that one. You can't just name yourself Burger King and throw cheese in front of it. Instead of a king, I have a queen.
I think
this creepy ass bitch looking around you. You want some burgers? I got some good burgers. She has no teeth whatsoever, just like probably one of the old hookers from Hooker Harvey's from the 1960s. She can be the queen. Call her Granny Gummy.
It'll be like the cracked out girl from Wendy's.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, this show is falling apart right off the bat.
No, we got some good bird stories on here, man.
We did get some good bird stories and some Hooker Harvey stories. The holidays.
Do you have any stories that you would like to tell, Ocho?
I know what you're alluding to. We'll get there. Don't worry. But I guess seeing as how they just passed, I really should ask, how were your holidays?
Oh, they were great, man. Spent some actually, Christmas Eve fucking sucked donkey dicks. Like, I had the flu. I got from patient zero, also known as my son, Zim. And he got sick at school, and then, yeah, I fucking got it the day, and then my wife got it on Christmas Day, and then everyone fucking got it. It was bad. It was, I don't know, I had it, like, it was devastating, but it was done within, like, 10 or 12 hours. So it wasn't too bad for me, but my wife got hit really hard, and so does Zim. But we're all good now, so.
Well, that's the important thing. Did you do anything crazy for New Year's Eve? I know you're old like me.
We're supposed to do board game night. I know it's right out there. Oh man, this guy's a fucking party animal. Well, me and the wife just stayed in. We played some video games and challenged one another in that way. Talk a lot of shit. I had a couple drinks and we had fun. Made some nachos. I ate a pound of fucking ground beef, I think. I'm still full. We were supposed to do
glory holes and beer that night, but I came home from work and I passed out. And I think it's for the better, because if we had have done it that night, we wouldn't have gotten in the Hooker Harvey story.
No, we wouldn't have, and I got to learn something today.
You did. You got to learn something about downtown Toronto culture.
I know a bit of it, but not that. That's a big part of it.
I know something else you know a bit of, but don't know too much about, because I've been texting you about it the last couple of days.
Driving me fucking mental for the last 3 days.
So, for anybody that's listening to this, and let's be realistic, that's probably not too many of you.
It's just a reason for us to talk. If people listen, that's a bonus.
Exactly. But
because you get some funny shit here on Glory Holes and Bears.
Oh, I'm using your impromptu song as our entrance song now.
Oh, that's cool.
But So, if anyone listens to this, if anyone listens to my regular podcast, the Ocho and Ortiz podcast, I did a podcast on New Year's, basically sort of as a resolution / motivation type podcast.
It was motivational up to a point, then you're like, what?
Yeah, I sort of start going, I sort of have a plan of where I go, and then I go into rants, and I just curtail, and it goes in a completely opposite direction. But
that's the story of my life, man.
So I mentioned on this little podcast that I would like to get to more wrestling shows down in the U.S., but as of right now, I have some things preventing me from being able to travel stateside, and this piqued your curiosity.
I right away just said, I'm like, what are these things that are keeping you out of the U.S.?
And you've been bugging me.
I'm a respectable man. I can't be hanging around felons, man.
In nowhere, you are a respectable man.
Yeah, talk to my circle of a few friends, man.
So, in other words, talk to Cal.
And Jenny Bean.
And Jenny. And Zim.
Oh, yeah, he's my best buddy. Oh, my God, I'm here. My phone.
So unprofessional. Answering a phone while doing a podcast.
No, my phone was talking back to me. I could hear myself again.
Oh, you were getting the feedback. So, you've been bugging me through text messages for the last week as to what's going on and why I am not allowed in the States. So, I guess here is as good of a time as any to discuss the matter. So, in 2003, 2004, I was working for Loblaws, and I was working in the deli department. I'm not even sure if I should be talking about it, but it happened 10 years ago. So fuck it.
This is evidence.
I mean, everything's already been taken care of, the charges and everything, and the convictions and sentencing, so fuck it. As far as I'm concerned, I can talk about it. So, basically what happened was, I was working at Loblaws at the time, I was in the deli department, and it was a Saturday night, and it was just after Christmas. It was January, so it was still just after Christmas, so we still had more people than usual closing at nights. Normally there would be 2 people closing nights because we don't get very busy, but
I work the FMD department, so I know Loblaws life.
Yeah. So
no, FMD, the one where they make the chickens and shit.
The Marquetta stuff?
Yeah, like where you get your roasted chicken and your wedges and... Yeah.
I know what you're talking. That's going to play into this story, by the way. So...
Oh, perfect. I have an insight into that, man.
So...
Hey, I work for Loblaws now, pretty much. Should I even be having this conversation?
You wanted to go here.
Okay, let's go on the continue on the story, buddy.
So, there were still more people than usual working the night shift. Normally there would be 2. I think this night we had like 3 or 4 because it was still after Christmas and we were still relatively busy. So, anyways, I was working in the deli department and I was about to go on break. And usually when I went on break, I always went to the Marquetta and grabbed like one of the pre-made sandwiches that they had there. But at least at the one that I worked at, I knew that the people at the cash there, and this is the same area where you get like your pre-cooked chickens and your potatoes and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But I knew the people that worked the cash there, and I knew they always checked the bills to make sure money wasn't counterfeit, right? So I knew this. So if I had any inclination of what was about to go down, I obviously would not have done anything because I know they test for money. Anyways, one of my coworkers in the deli department, because I'm going on break, he gives me a couple of $20 bills, says he needs change to get bus fare for the next couple of days. So I didn't think anything of it. I took the 20s. I think they were like, I think it was like $40 or $60 in $20 bills. So like 2 or 3 $20 bills. I didn't think, it wasn't enough.
Like a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, like it wasn't a big amount where I was really like thinking anything suspicious. So I went there knowing full well that the guys working the Marquetta always check the money. So I go there, I pay for my stuff, my food and everything, and then afterwards I ask them to get change. for the $20 bills that the other guy had given to me. So they, of course, run it under the ultraviolet machine that detects counterfeit bills. And
yeah, we have to do that all the time.
Yep. So it turns out the bills were fake. So I'm like, okay. So I grab my stuff, I eat, and then once I get back from break, I go back to him and like I hand the bills back to the guy that gave them to me initially. And I'm like, they ran under the UVs, and they're saying that they're fake, so I couldn't get change. Unbeknownst to me, we had undercover loss prevention there that night, and I guess they had seen pretty much everything go down. So both myself and the guy that had given me the money ended up getting arrested, and we were charged together as like co-conspirators, which was bullshit because I didn't conspire to do anything.
Yeah, you were just a Ponzi, pretty much.
Exactly, and I to this day I still feel that if we weren't charged together, I probably would have been like cleared of everything. But because we were charged together,
yeah, it ties you to all shit.
Exactly. So, anyways, we ended up getting arrested, getting charged with possession of counterfeit money. Under 500, I think, was the official charge.
That's crazy that they arrested over $60.
Yeah, well, I don't know how true this part of the story is. I just heard it from people that worked there after the fact, that apparently this guy had tried to get another employee to exchange $1,000 in fake bills for him the night before he tried to get me to exchange money for him. So I guess he...
Oh, fuck.
So I guess the large amount didn't work, so he was trying a smaller amount. Again, unbeknownst to me, if I had have known that to begin with, I would have been like, fuck that. Like, no. Because obviously I don't want to get in trouble for that sort of shit.
Yeah, no, fuck that, man.
So I found out about that afterwards, which is why they came down even harder. But, so we ended up getting charged together. I ended up getting sentenced to a year's probation, 50 hours community service. So I completed that. And so now... Initially, you were allowed to apply for a pardon on your criminal record 5 years after the date of your completion of your sentencing. So I was sentenced in 2004. The year's probation ended in 2005. So I was eligible to apply for a pardon in 2010. Unfortunately for me, as I was filling out the pardon process in 2010, the Stephen Harper government at the time ended up changing the rules and and making it so you had to wait 10 years to get a pardon on your criminal record. So even though I did put my pardon in I sent it in, I mailed it the day that the cutoff deadline was scheduled.
Well, that's just your luck, eh?
So it ended up being sent back to me and wasn't completed. So now I'm going through the entire fucking process again. So hopefully the Trudeau government doesn't decide to fucking change it again to like 15 years while I'm going through this. But
hashtag Free Ocho.
Hashtag Free Ocho. We'll get shirts with that. Just like
let Ocho in.
Just like a picture of me behind like jail bars and Free Ocho, peering out with like an ultra sad face.
I would buy that shirt.
So that's what ended up happening, and so I'm going through the process right now, and I'm in the final couple of steps. I just got to fill out a couple more pieces of paperwork. And then send them in, and then it's just basically a waiting process to see whether they accept my application or reject it, but I obviously haven't gotten into any trouble since then. This was a one-off thing, because I was 18 at the time, so I naively trusted a coworker when I really should have been more confident.
Yeah, you're just trying to help someone out, and then you got fucked over.
Exactly. So obviously I haven't been in trouble or anything since. So,
that loss prevention is fucking crazy. Trust me.
Oh, I know. After having
we had one girl, like not a worker or anything, just someone come into the store, like summertime, buy a cooler, and they used self checkout.
Yep.
And they pretty much had fucking lobster, steak, fucking like I think it was $500 and something of shit inside this giant cooler, and they tried just to walk out, and it happened right in front of my department. We're like, "Stop right there!" And this guy comes running out in plain clothes and just like busts this woman, like whipping all this shit out of the cooler, like onto the floor. It was fucking amazing.
Loblaws LPs are very, very intense. I kind of learned that firsthand.
Oh yeah, definitely. You never know who the fuck they are, so like you always gotta be on your ball working for Loblaws.
Or shopping at Loblaws.
Yeah, or anything at Loblaws. Besides working, it's a great place to work for.
So yeah, so that
factory level.
that is the story of me and why I am not able to get into the United States right now.
Well, it was a lot better than I thought.
I didn't kill anyone, if that's what you were expecting.
No, mild stalking.
Only
it's like, hey, what's up? Not heavy stalking, just mild. My imagination runs nuts. Don't get mad at me. I'm just joking around.
I'm not mad. God, I'm taking.
You sound mad.
I'm taking
Don't get mad.
I'm taking it in.
Drink it in, man.
That's what I'm trying to do, but now you're accusing me of being mad. God.
I'll sentence you to 5 minutes for being mad.
You know what happens, Goobz? Do you know what happens to people who sentence me to 5 minutes for being mad? Goobz?
Oh, wait, I got this.
You just
made the glory hole!
You just got your dick stuck.
Jesus Christ. We go from like a serious topic to fucking right back at it. No, I'm happy all that stuff is going to get sorted out for you. I wish you all the luck with that.
Hopefully, like I said, the government...
I would have done the same thing, too. I wouldn't have thought twice about it, because you don't.
It's just a small amount, and you want to trust the people you work with, right? Like, you don't want to believe the people that you work with are, like, going to fuck you over.
Oh, definitely. You don't think that's going to happen. But brotherhood, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. But I've learned to be more cautious when it comes to trusting people.
Oh, definitely. You got to watch your own back. That's pretty much number one rule. If Stone Cold Steve Austin taught me anything, is don't trust anyone.
DTA, motherfuckers. DTA.
Oh, yeah. 316 for life. Cracking brews and drilling screws.
Unless it's a hooker from Harvey's.
Then you just give them hugs.
Tell them it's going to be okay. And then
I wonder if you go up and just give them $5. Can I just have an embracing hug for 2 minutes?
Just pat them on the back and whisper, "Make better life decisions."
Oh, jeez, man. I was going lighthearted. You fucking just took a dark turn. I just wanted, just, here, I'll give you... That'd be a good fucking thing to film. Go and give hookers hugs.
No, see, here's what I want to know, because I've never visited Hooker Harvey's. I don't go down to Jarvis and Gerard too often.
We should do a live Glory Holes and Beers from Hooker Harvey's.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Interviewing hookers.
How did you get into the lifestyle?
Yo, I will pay like a hooker like $50 just to have a fucking interview with her.
I've seen how those videos end up on sites that cannot be mentioned here.
No, I won't let it go further than an interview. Oh, that'd be some epic content right there. So, how many dicks have you taken? This is like a serious interview.
What would you say is the average cock size of the Toronto male population?
10.5 inches. Holy fuck, really?
Toronto,
the fucking
great
water.
Indeed.
Well, they call it the 6, so that's probably around the average. Man, I'm almost on the verge of crying from laughing so hard. I hope everyone is enjoying listening to this at this point. You make it this far, it's
so
fucking
awesome.
classic.
Oh man, here's what I genuinely like to know though, like, cause they're right outside of Harvey's. Like, did they ever let anyone like get away for just paying for their food? Like, cause I'm assuming that they don't really that they're not fed well by their pimps, right? So if somebody offered them like food for sex instead of money, would they be as accepting of that? Like, would that?
How far would you go for a poutine? This shit's like $7 at Harvey's, man. That's expensive.
Will a poutine get me in the back door?
This episode's gonna offend someone. Oh fuck.
I'll buy you a burger, but if you don't mind, I'm not gonna put onions on it because I don't want onion breath sucking my dick.
Jesus. You don't want her to pickle your onion?
Or to onion my pickle.
Oh man, this is probably the most unaudible thing ever. Just keep on fucking laughing. But hopefully the laughing is like spontaneous and everyone's just having a good time listening. 'Cause that's what we're all about here on Glory Holes and Beers.
Oh my goodness.
We go from fucking talking about Harvey hookers to fucking birds attacking me and fucking dive bombing you about how you got arrested.
Back to Hooker Harvey's. It comes back to
fucking
circle.
talking about fucking pickle onion in my pickle. You gotta poke your eye out with that.
Oh man. If I see a hooker wearing an eye patch, I know what happened.
Hey, that's a serious condition that could happen in that business. It's number one loss of eyeballs.
But is that from being poked, or is that just from taking too much in the face and having it spray all
Jesus
over the place?
Okay, on to the next subject. I'm rubbing my eyes till they hurt because I just want to feel like them.
I now feel their pain.
I'm part of the sisterhood now.
It's the sisterhood of the traveling clit.
What? Sisterhood of the traveling clit?
Yeah.
You know, I don't call it that. I call it the little man in the canoe.
I call mine the little engine that could.
You call your clit the little engine that could? That's what you just said. You've heard it here, folks. Ocho has a clit. Rumor confirmed.
I thought... Wait a minute. So you're saying, if you're accusing me of saying that, you technically said it first by saying the little man in the canoe.
No, I said I call the clit the little man in the canoe. I didn't say call my clit the little man in the canoe like you said.
I see, I heard you call, what I heard, and I'm quoting, is I call mine the little man in the hood. I thought, therefore, you were talking about your penis. So,
what? I didn't even say that at all.
So,
you're manufacturing all of this.
My misinterpretation and my mishearing from laughing so hard is I thought you were talking about your penis, so I turned then
I was talking about the little man in the canoe. not my little thing with a hood. What the? I'm not a fucking anteater. Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm just saying, there's like circumcised and there's uncircumcised. There's hoods, there's no hoods.
Yeah, you're Jewish or you're not.
I guess if you're uncircumcised, you can call yours the Ezio.
Oh, Jesus.
A reference to the Assassin's Creed hood.
Snuffleupagus. Drink it in, man.
Yikes. Considering what we're talking about.
We need to change it up to another subject before we end this, because we can't end on this.
No, I think that's the perfect place to end this. Oh, man. Glory holes and beer. Drink it in, man. That should be our tagline.
Suck it in, man.
Suck it in, ma'am.
Glory holes in. Beers.
I think that's a perfect place to stop that for this episode. Oh my goodness. Would you like to say anything to the people that aren't listening anymore at this point?
I love you all, and let's make this world great again. Sparkles and sunshine all around, guinea pigs doing cartwheels, hamsters wearing party hats. The world's just going to be great in 2017. Turn it around.
You heard it here first, folks. For Goobz.
I was looking at my guinea pig when I was saying that. He's awesome.
What's his name?
Bubble Guinea. Zim named him.
Nice. I like that. See,
I would have named him fucking like Butt Plug, but that's just me. I'm just joking. I love my guinea pig.
maybe you can call him Bubble Butt Plug.
Jesus. He's survived fucking 3.5 years, this fucking thing, man.
Yeah, those fuckers don't tend to live too long.
No, this one's huge. That's the only thing I can say that I own that's huge. Is my guinea pig.
And that's where we're going to leave it. For Goobz, I'm Ocho. Thank you, everyone, for listening. So before we go, I guess we should actually plug our other shows.
Yeah, we definitely should. We kind of forgot about that.
We got so carried away on this episode. So you can follow Steve at sgipski on Twitter. That's at SGIPSKI. You can also
Damn Skippy.
You can also follow his other podcast, the WrassleNerds, at WrassleNerds. Check them out on Twitter. Check them out on YouTube. The link to their YouTube is on their Twitter page. You can also go to facebook.com/WrassleNerds to find them there. As for me, you can find my other stuff on Twitter at Ocho and Ortiz, on Podbean, ochoandortiz.podbean.com, ochoandortiz.wordpress.com. We're on YouTube as well. Facebook.com/Ocho and Ortiz. And
check those videos out. Check our shit out, because it's nothing like this. This is just us two guys just having fun and just shooting the shit.
Yeah, the other is primarily wrestling, except when I try to do podcasts on my own where they divulge into a bunch of mindless ramblings. But
let's find out you got arrested.
But check out my other podcast. Check out Steve's other podcast. Thank you guys for listening. As DJ Khaled would say, bless up.
What?